This is a review of the Roomie SlimVac and also kind of a comparative between the Electrolux Repeatograph, a really old model that's only 12 volts, and the new Diek 2-in-1, the EV660. This Electrolux is just a marvelous, quiet, really easy to maneuver and operate machine, but it doesn't suck very well, which is what a vacuum cleaner is supposed to do. It's got super cool features, like you hit a button on the machine and it cuts all the hair and fur off the brush roller, so you don't have to take the brush roller out and clean it by hand very often. The cup change is probably the coolest one I've ever seen, as the filter is just amazing. It's got a pre-filter that is, you pull this little lever in there and everything just pops out. So it makes cleaning it very cool. You don't have to get your fingers dirty. On all these other models, you actually have to get your fingers dirty when cleaning out the filter and cleaning things up. The Diek is the worst. There's just no way to do it cleanly and neatly. The Roomie has a cyclonic action and it separates the dirt pretty well. So does the Repeatograph. You actually get dirt that fills up the bottom of the cup. The Diek, everything gets sucked to the filter, so I assume there would be some suction loss. We're probably going to keep the Roomie. So here is the feature I like the best about the old one, is when you turn, it's a 1-to-1 ratio for maneuverability, and it just makes running this thing just perfect and amazing. All of them will stand up by themselves. Now, the SlimVac, it's got the widest brush roll of all of them. And it's a really soft brush roll, and it's always on, but it's so soft and fluffy, it actually dusts your hardwood. So I would say it by far has the best hardwood performance. And initially, it was the loudest of them all, but it got quieter after about 3 or 4 uses. I think it was just some anti-corrosion shipping stuff on the motor from China or whatever. But one thing I don't like about it is the maneuverability, and that's why we were going to return it. So for you, when you start to rotate it, it's about, instead of 1-to-1, it's about 1-to-2. So you go 180, but it only goes 90 degrees. And so we thought that was terrible. And the other thing is it's got this bumper on it that's made of gum rubber. So as you approach a wall, it literally just sticks to the wall. It won't slide along the wall. It has this cyclonic filter, and it separates the dirt pretty well, and it's fairly easy to clean, and it's washable. It's got a 2-part pre-filter, and it's washable. This is what the filter for the Diek looks like, and it's washable too. It just gets real dirty really fast. Now the Diek is the worst for maneuverability. It actually goes 180, and barely moves at all. So to turn this thing, you know, it's I'm wanting to go forward and it just, I don't know, it's just pretty awful to maneuver. It does have the coolest buttons for up, down, and turning off the brush roll. None of the other models you could turn off the brush roll separately. Its brush roll is the loudest on hardwood, so but you could turn it off, which might reduce its effectiveness. But the one thing that I hate the worst is cleaning it. So it's dirt cup. You know, you have to reach in here to pull it out, and everything is stuck to the filter. And you have to turn this filter to separate it. And then that's after 1 5-minute use, that filter's already looking like that. But this one was completely covered. So I assume you have to wash it almost after every like 5 uses. But that's why they give you a separate one. So that's my review. We're gonna keep the Roomie and send the Diak back.
So this is the vacuum. Super cute, very lightweight. Push this button here and then this pops out. You see there's nothing in there. Okay. Clip it in. And then got 2 speeds. Super lightweight, so it's easy to use. I have arthritis in my wrists and my fingers. It helps tremendously to have a lightweight vacuum. A lot of times the other vacuums don't pick up the lightweight stuff, you know, because it's too light, or it's just, I don't know what it is, but they don't pick it up. This one picks the light stuff and the heavy stuff. But the good thing is it also avoids it doesn't grab it because it's too big, that would break it. And sometimes not fast enough to grab it. Nice and it's in there perfectly. Not really a great vacuum, but I'm just trying to help you get the idea. Okay. Whoops! Oh my goodness, that wasn't good. Pop it out. Look at that, you guys. Watch this. So sometimes it's collected in there, you just twist it apart. But look at that. Over that little quick vacuum. Like, tell me that isn't gross, but so good. It's a great little vacuum.
This is a 2-year review about the Roomie, and so I always make reviews after like a year or two just to make sure that it's a good product. I would say this is a good product, but for the time that it's gonna hold, and the reason why is because when you vacuum, you're gonna be turning left and right, left and right, left and right, and look what happens is that this cable is gonna cut this cable. Oh, let me get it here. Anyways, you're gonna see here, this cable is gonna just cut from the movement of left and right, left and right. So now I have to fix it because it's just a not even $10 problem. So I won't buy another vacuum, but expect this to happen, and it's gonna happen when your LED is gonna start blinking, blinking, blinking. That means you have a false connection, and that means the cable is gonna cut, and then after that the rotor is not gonna work anymore. So just be aware of this, and that's it.
Okay, let's go in the kitchen here to see if we can get any stuff off the floor. I like that light. Picking everything up. Let's go over here, look at all this stuff on the floor over here and see if we can get it. There's something on the carpet. Got it. Let's see what's on this carpet. Got it. Let's go to the back door because that's where I bring in the bird seed.
Here's number 1 and number 2. Fits on the stairs perfectly.
vacuum. Got a button on the handle.
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
When I do this,
here is a simple leaf hardwood floor vacuum. I'm gonna put it on the heavy section. There's the leaf. No. I'm gonna
Show that the light's on. Turn up here again.
And it shows that it's charging. It's been charging for days. And yet it's still will not come on.
As you can see, the light is on to the vacuum, but it is not working at all. It's fully charged. When I press the button to go into the turbo, it does not turn on at all. Now it's off. So one more time. It charges, so I'm not sure what's going on. It was a great vacuum until this morning.
This is how it came. Dirt. And dirty as shit.
No working. Prende, pero no da vueltas. No da vueltas para nada.
It's not working. Nothing happens.